Welcome to our politics discussion podcast. I'm Claire, and joining me is Alan. Today, we'll be covering several significant news stories.
Hello, Claire. Good morning to our listeners. I'm Alan.
Let's start with the story about E. Jean Carroll receiving a substantial payment from former President Trump.
That's right. The payment comes after a jury found Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming Carroll. Can you walk us through the details of this case and the payment?
Certainly. The jury concluded in 2023 that Trump should pay Carroll $5 million in damages. The payment made recently totals over $5.6 million, which includes the awarded damages. This comes 3 years after the initial verdict.
That's a significant delay between the verdict and the payment. What are the implications of this delay, and how does it reflect on the legal process?
The delay highlights the protracted nature of legal battles involving high-profile figures. It also underscores the challenges in enforcing judgments against individuals with significant resources and legal teams.
That makes sense. The reporting indicates that the payment was finally made after a lengthy legal process. Have there been any reactions from Trump or his legal team regarding this payment?
According to the articles, there's no mention of Trump or his team commenting on the payment. The focus is on the fact that the payment was made, fulfilling the jury's verdict.
It's interesting to see how this case has progressed. Moving on, let's discuss the tragic death of Ann Widdecombe.
Yes, a very sad story. Counterterrorism police have confirmed that Widdecombe was killed in a targeted attack. Can you tell us more about the investigation and the latest updates?
The police investigation is ongoing, but the initial findings suggest that the attack was targeted. The fact that counterterrorism police are involved implies that there may be concerns about potential terrorist motives.
That's right. The articles mentioned that Widdecombe, a former MP, was found dead last Thursday. The police have shared some information, but many details remain under investigation.
So what's known is that it was a targeted attack, but the specifics of the motive or the perpetrators are still unclear. Have there been any arrests or leads in the case?
The reporting doesn't mention any arrests yet. It focuses on the police confirming the nature of the attack. The investigation is likely still in its early stages.
I see. It's a developing story, and we'll likely hear more as the investigation progresses. Let's move on to another story.
Darline Graham was sworn in to fill the Senate seat left vacant by her brother, late Senate Lindsey Graham. This happened just 3 days after his death. Can you provide some context about this event?
The swift swearing-in of Darline Graham ensures continuity in the Senate representation for South Carolina. It's a significant decision, especially given the short time frame between Senate Graham's death and her swearing in.
Exactly. The articles highlight that Darline Graham was sworn in on Tuesday afternoon, following her brother's sudden death. This move is likely seen as a way to maintain stability in the state's representation.
That's an important point. It also raises questions about the process for filling Senate vacancies and the potential impact on legislative business.
Indeed, the process for filling such vacancies can vary, but in this case, it was done relatively quickly. Let's now discuss the incident involving Iranian missiles hitting UAE tankers.
An Indian crew member was killed, and several others were injured when Iranian missiles struck 2 UAE tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. The UAE has condemned the attack as a violation of international law.
The attack resulted in significant casualties, including Indian and Ukrainian nationals. The UAE's defense ministry provided details about the incident, highlighting the severity of the attack.
The reporting indicates that the attack was carried out using cruise missiles. Have there been any official responses from Iran regarding this incident?
The articles don't mention any specific responses from Iran. However, the UAE has strongly condemned the attack, stressing the need for Iran to halt such unprovoked actions.
This incident is likely to escalate tensions in the region further. Speaking of tensions, let's move on to the story about President Trump notifying Congress regarding military action against Iran.
President Trump formally notified Congress that the U.S. has resumed military strikes against Iran. This move provides the Pentagon with additional authorization to utilize U.S. forces in the region.
The notification comes amid rising tensions between the U.S. and Iran. Can you elaborate on what this means for the military operations and the legal framework governing them?
The notification triggers a 60-day period during which the Pentagon can continue military operations. It's a formal step that has implications for the legal authority under which these operations are conducted.
That's a critical aspect. It'll be interesting to see how this develops and what the next steps are in terms of military engagement and diplomatic efforts.
As we cover these stories, it's clear that there are several complex geopolitical dynamics at play. We'll continue to follow these developments closely.
Indeed, we will. That concludes our coverage for today. Thank you for tuning in to our discussion.
Thank you, Ellen, and thank you to our listeners for joining us. We'll be back with more news analysis soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.